Committee on Emerging Issues and Professional Registration will now come to order. You have to bear with us today. We'll probably be a little slower. Ashley's gone. We have Diane here. Diane does a great job upstairs, but let's see how good she does down here. Diane, whenever you're ready, take the roll.
Thanks. Senator Brown.
Here.
Senator Berger.
Here.
Senator Brown.
Here.
Senator Huff.
Here.
Senator Lewis.
Here.
Senator McCreary.
Here.
Senator Short. Okay, we have a quorum.
We have a quorum.
Mr. Chairman.
I was just kidding there. I would absolutely be lost and totally up a creek or up the river here if it wasn't for Diane. All right, today we got two bills. Senator Berger, whenever you're ready. Senate Bill 1673. Oh, okay. Representative Gallick. House Bill 1844, whenever you're ready.
Okay, good morning, committee and chair. I am Representative Sherry Gallick from District 62, which is Cass-and-Bates County. Today, I'm here to talk about House Bill 1844, which is the athletic trainer bill. Licensed occupations make up 25% of today's workforce, and athletic trainers can be an immediate response and help for students in rural health care. 1844 establishes the Athletic Trainer Compact, which is a multi-state agreement that allows licensed athletic trainers from one participating state to practice in another state. They must still complete all of the specific qualifications and requirements, and they must follow Missouri law when practicing in Missouri, even under the compact. They must have the Board of Athletic Trainers certification and have the CAATE, Commission of Accreditation of Athletic Training Education, that is required. They must have a clean and active license, background check, and have their fees paid in full. It offers greater mobility for professionals, improved access to care, public health and safety protections, and once 7 states pass this legislation, then it can become a compact. Right now, there are 6 states that have heard this, and there are another 8 that have filed it. So with that, I will take questions.
All right, is there any questions for the Representative Senator Huff?
Hey, Representative, good morning.
Good morning.
So 7 states you said have heard this legislation. Anybody passed it yet?
To be honest with you, I haven't
We don't
looked
know?
at that.
Okay,
but,
that's fine. See, I got all excited. Well, maybe you said 6, and then I thought, well, just, oh my God, we could be like number 7, and then all of a sudden
we
have
are
a compact.
we are in the group that is looking to start this.
Deliberating
Let's say
this
that.
feverishly
Yes,
with 2.5
yes,
weeks left in session.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, and
All right.
it also did pass yesterday in another bill in the House, which was Senate.
You guys passed a
substitute.
bill on a Monday in the House?
Well, we passed.
25 bills probably yesterday in the
well-
House on a Monday. Yeah.
Anyway, it is. I think it's House Bill, Senate substitute for House Bill 2974. It is included in that bill.
Fantastic. Does it cause you any concern at all, you know, just the disciplinary actions that can be taken by this commission, the issuance of subpoenas, the charging of fees? Like, I mean, I don't know are there actual parameters around the fees that can be charged and the subpoenas that can be issued and the investigations that can be done by this commission?
I would have to get more information on
Okay.
that, but I can tell you that you don't have to do this if you're an athletic trainer. Nobody has to participate in compacts. I can also tell you that there is some language on the definitions when I spoke to the board that is putting this together. They said that there are a few things that could be changed, but not many, because everybody operates under the same statute.
Yeah,
the same
generally
bill.
when
Yeah.
we do compacts, they kind of have to be the same.
That's the deal. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For now, I'm done.
Any other questions for the representative? All right, seeing none, are there any witnesses testify in favor of the bill whenever you're ready?
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Brent Hemphill. I'm here on behalf of the Missouri Athletic Trainers Association. I want to thank the representative for bringing this forward. This bill actually was put on the governor's desk yesterday in 2974. We appreciate this hearing. You can do with it as you wish. Move it forward, load it up. That would be great. We are the number 7 state, so this will allow the compact to move forward. South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Mississippi, I believe, and one of the Carolinas has passed it. South Carolina. Happy to answer any questions.
All right. Thank you for your testimony. The question for this witness. Senator McCreary.
I've never heard that identifier before.
Well, I used to sit by Jeremy LaFavor on the House floor, and that was how he would get the speaker's attention sometimes. He would make an interesting bird sound. So the bill that's already on the governor's desk, is that a clean bill, like standalone, or are there other things in there that might jeopardize its passage?
Great question. It is a compact bill that the vice chair has filed, which is 2974. It has other versions of the compacts.
Okay.
I do believe they took out the controversial one, which was the dentist version,
that's
but
right.
everything else was included in that.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Any other questions for the witness? All right. Seeing none, are the other witnesses testify in favor of the bill?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Arnie C. A.C. Dinos, State Public Advocate. Yesterday or the day before, I submitted my online testimony on the Senate portal. Did you receive it? Okay, I did. Do you need me to fill this out just in case, or no? Yes. Okay. But I did file it on the Senate portal. I just want to make that a matter of the record. This creates the Athletic Trainer Compact Commission. I believe that I support this bill as a standalone bill. I'm not so sure I support the other bill that's on the governor's desk. I think that issues that have to do with public safety, when it comes to athletic trainers, I don't think that you really could mess up. I do have a couple questions about testing and investigation and keeping out bad actors. We want to make sure that that compact does not allow cross-state bad actors or people that are not following the rules, promulgated rules, regulations, and state statutes of the various states. Because we live within, we have 8 states that surround us, I'm in favor of HB 1844. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Thank you for your testimony. Are there questions for this witness? All right. Seeing none of the other witnesses testify in favor of the bill. Any witnesses to testify in opposition to the bill? Representative, do you have any closing comments?
I do not, but I do want to address one thing that he did said, that he said. There are repercussions if you are not following or not doing what you are supposed to do as far as the regulations go. You must have a clean record. You can't be a bad actor from another state and come in. So that should clarify that.
All right. Thank you for bringing this bill forward. Next bill up, Senate Bill, whatever. 1673. Senator Berger, whenever you're ready.
On it. I used to do numbers. I don't do it.
Your workstation says you still do.
Yeah, pretty much. Please down my storage.
Hey, can we pause for a minute and just give Diane a round of applause for being down here today, please? Thank you. Been in the building for 52 years?
67 years.
67 years.
67 years.
She's leaving after this. Can you believe that?
After this meeting?
No, well, after this session.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, we burned her out.
Are you really?
But I just want to publicly thank Diane for being there with me the last 8 years, because I'd probably be in jail or dead if it wasn't for her. So thank you,
How many?
Senator. Whenever you're ready.
So we question her too now, or
Might as well.
Yeah.
how many years have you been here?
Yeah.
37.
Oh, I thought it was 67. It wasn't that far off.
Congratulations again.
All right, thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Good morning, Chair and members of the Emerging Issues and Professional Registration Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to present Senate Bill 1673. Senate Bill 1673 establishes the Interstate Massage Compact, creating an optional pathway for licensed massage therapists to practice across participating states while maintaining strong public protections and state oversight. Missouri has successfully utilized interstate licensure compacts across several professions. This compact is relatively new, and Missouri has the opportunity to be a charter member state, helping stand up the compact and shape how it is implemented. At its core, Senate Bill 1673 allows licensed professionals who meet uniform standards to obtain a multi-state privilege to practice in participating states without having to complete the full licensing process in each individual state while still maintaining Missouri's licensing authority. This compact is important for Missouri for three key reasons. First, it helps address workforce needs in our tourism and hospitality industry. Missouri's spa and wellness industry often experiences seasonal fluctuations in demand. This compact allows licensed massage therapists from other participating states to more easily and legally practice in Missouri during peak periods, helping businesses meet demand without lowering standards. Second, it provides meaningful support for military families. Military spouses frequently face barriers when relocating across state lines due to licensing requirements. By creating a streamlined multi-state pathway, this compact makes it significantly easier for military spouses who are licensed massage therapists to continue working without unnecessary delays. Third, and most importantly, it strengthens our ability to combat human trafficking in illicit massage establishments, which I think is the most important. The compact improves coordination between states through background checks, data sharing between licensing board and real-time disciplinary reporting. This ensures that bad actors cannot simply move across state lines to avoid detection by creating a more transparent and connected licensing system. The compact helps regulators and law enforcement better identify and prevent trafficking activity that too often hides behind unregulated or loosely regulated operations. Additionally, the compact establishes the Interstate Commission to administer and enforce these standards, ensuring ongoing oversight and accountability across member states. From an economic and regulatory perspective, Senate Bill 1673 reduces unnecessary administrative barriers while preserving the authority of state regulators and strengthening consumer protections. Finally, compacts work best when states adopt uniform language. Missouri's participation as a charter member state will help ensure the compact is implemented efficiently and effectively from the outset. Senate Bill 1673 positions Missouri to strengthen workforce mobility, supporting military families, and enhance public safety through better oversight and coordination. I have people here to testify if that wasn't complete enough. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. Any questions for Senator Berger? Seeing none. First witness testify in favor of the bill whenever you're ready. Okay. Normal.
Good morning, Chair Brown, members of the committee. Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Patty Glenn. I'm the Director of Professional Mobility with the Federation of State Massage Therapy Boards. We're the association whose members are, in fact, the state regulatory boards, including the board here in Missouri. And we do a lot of work across this country to help improve the regulatory landscape. One of the fundamental tenets of the Federation when it was founded 20 years ago was to work specifically on this issue of the challenges. It wasn't my photo he was taking. I'm just, sorry. I digress. Thank you, Senator Huff. That's okay, Senator Burge. Thank you. One of the primary tenets, as I mentioned, when we started the Federation 20 years ago, when I was on the regulation side, was to work on these issues where we have very subtle differences in the regulatory environment, but those subtle differences in regulation become significant barriers when it comes to professional mobility. The Interstate Massage Compact has been a significant project of ours for the last several years. 5 states have enacted the language thus far. As we heard from Senator Huff this morning, we have 2 more states to complete that compact. We're hoping that we'll round that up with Missouri and North Carolina this session, and then the commission will be able to get on their way to getting work done to get the rules developed and get the process in place. As you may know, Arkansas, not Alaska, it does not border the state. Arkansas is one of the states that has enacted it, and they're very excited there in Arkansas to be able to share that border and have some reciprocity across the border with you as well. So I will yield any other time to questions and support this in any way, shape, or form I can today.
All right, thank you for your testimony. Question for the witness. All right, seeing none, any of the witnesses testify in favor of the bill. Any witnesses testify in opposition to the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Arne C., AC Dinoff, State Public Advocate. I submitted yesterday my online testimony on the online Senate portal just to make sure I filled out 2 online forms that I'm placing here on the table. I'm in opposition to Senate Bill 1673, the Interstate Compact on Massage Licensing. I believe that the authority and investigation shall lie with Missouri investigators of the Board of Massage Therapists and I believe chiropractors. There is a huge illegal sex trade going on, and I know in O'Fallon and St. Charles County we have several massage locations that are in question about illicit sexual opportunities. Some of the characters that come in and out of that facility are sketchy. They have drapes over the front windows. There are a lot of issues surrounding this industry. If you read the bill closely, what is really concerning is sovereign immunity being granted. And I want to read a section of the bill that states that members, officers, executive directors, employees, and representatives of the commission shall be immune from liability, both personally and in their official capacity, for any claim for damages arising out of any acts or omissions that occur within the scope of the commission's employment, duties, or responsibilities, except for those damages caused by intentional or willful or unwanted misconduct. The procurement of insurance by the commission shall not limit such immunity. For such actions by or against the commission, venue is proper in the court of competent jurisdiction where the principal office of the commission is located. When you take out immune, I would ask that this bill be amended to take out the word immune. When you take that out, it puts up a lot of red flags. I feel that the executives, the members, the officers, the directors, and employees or representatives of the commission shall be liable if they make any type of error or any type of discriminatory practices or any type of violation of their promulgated rules, regulations, lack of investigation, lack of enforcement, or lack of enforcing our state statute. I believe in home rule control. I believe this is an issue that deals with the public's health, safety, and welfare of the community. Massage licensing shall be done by legit professionals who are ethical, who are moral, who are doing the right thing to bring a health benefit to Missourians. But I believe that this is bringing on an element that we do not want to attract to Missouri. And I believe that it brings on trafficking of human trafficking, trafficking of children, underage adults, and those type of individuals. For those reasons, I cannot support SB 1673. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So you think by doing this bill that it will attract a bad element by having licensed practitioners that we're regulating?
We already have a bad element, like in my community that I brought up. I'm not saying it will. I believe the massage licensing already attracts that, and it's a front for human trafficking. I think we need the enforcement and the investigative mechanisms of our own investigators rather than the
that's up to your
compact
local
commission.
municipality with their police force and that. I mean, we don't have that in any of my communities. A bad element of that. I mean, I don't know where you live, but I mean, I represent 6 counties, and I don't know of one illicit place like that. But I mean, that's not the problem of the licensed massage therapist. That's a police problem, and I mean, so
I agree, but the commission or the board of chiropractors and massage licenses or massage therapists have the obligation to investigate violations.
I don't
of
think
state
so.
statute.
I think they have the obligation of regulating their license, making sure that they're doing the things that they've sworn an oath to do, and that doesn't necessarily, they don't have to enforce anything. They can take their license away to make complaint, but they can't investigate anything until they have a complaint, But anyway, thank you for your testimony. Are there any questions for this witness? Thank you for your testimony. Are there any other witnesses testify in opposition to the bill? All right, seeing none. Senator Berger, do you have any final closing comments?
I do not, but thank you for allowing me to present.
All right. Well, Diane did a good job, thank you. It's a good thing we only got 2 weeks left. Ashley might be in trouble. With no further business come for this meeting, I make a motion to adjourn. We're adjourned. Thank you.